Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to talk about the TYM 2515 and we're going to fix one fatal flaw of this machine. Not the machine itself, but really it's in the backhoe. A lot of people own these machines. They used to sell under the name Branson 2515H, Branson 2515R. And if you bought a backhoe, chances are, if you're my size, you're thinking to yourself, how am I supposed to fit on this thing? Because it is very cramped. Our friend Jake from ITC Quick Attach has come up with a solution, and today we're going to install that solution. Hopefully it's going to make it so that a larger frame human being like myself can actually use the backhoe. So let's get to work. First we're going to put the outriggers down just so we have a little bit more space to work. And maybe the bucket too. That should give us a more stable, little stable area here. Okay, at first glance, looks like a regular backhoe, right? No big deal, not a problem. But when you start looking here, you see, how are you supposed to get your legs between this? I mean, you have maybe 4 inches of space between here, and then, you know, the platform's fine, and the seat's actually fine. The seat's comfortable, you know, it flips up, not a big deal. And there's plenty more space for this to come back. You know, this bracket really could come back farther, which is what we're gonna do today. You know, plenty of room here. Don't understand why this seat isn't pushed back more. You have plenty of play there, and more space would make an operator a lot more comfortable. So for some strange reason, in my 40s, I decided embarrassing myself on the internet was a smart thing to do. So I'm gonna climb on this thing. And you can see it's kind of a, you know, my leg doesn't fit through there, so I have to kind of step over, which is fine. You know, it's okay, but this is like, you know, now my feet are kind of out here, and we're like playing play school, my first backhoe, right? So the outriggers are fine, the boom is fine, but if I had another, you know, even anything, I think that this would be a better setup. So hopefully this bracket is going to really fix things. I know a lot of you guys have had the same complaint. Yeah, listen, we're not smaller men, and even if you're a smaller guy, there's nothing wrong with more space. So let's get off this thing, and then let's go ahead and see if we can't make some better sense of it. In the spirit of service to my brothers, this is a 19mm. Very simple. There goes that. Now you could probably see that there's no top link here. The previous owner told me he never used the top link, didn't really see a reason to. It's beefy enough. You guys tell me what you think. Do I need the top link hooked up on this while I have the backhoe hooked up? He swore he didn't because the subframe is super strong. You guys tell me what you think. Okay, here is the bracket. This is a side bracket. Now this won't come in red. I asked him to paint this, or powder coat this, actually it's all powder coated, in basically TYM red, which he nailed the color, so that while I'm using this machine, people can actually see the part on this machine. So it will actually stick out a little bit. So if anybody's interested in buying it or ordering it, just to help him out and also, you know, give some clarity of what is the piece that you'd be buying versus what's all included. So anyway, I just thought that'd be helpful to have it in red as opposed to black. Pretty simple stuff. Very well made. I mean, look at the bending, look at the weld, or not the weld, the cutouts. I guess that's like a laser cutout thing. I really don't know. Jake, if you're watching this video, buddy, go ahead and leave a comment here telling us how you do this, because it's beautiful. Like, if you're going to spend this kind of money on a tractor, you're going to want the tractor to be nice. And I mean, that is a perfect fit. Perfect. And then you can put your seat here, here, or here. I'm going to move it back as far as possible. But we do have to put the end pieces on. I guess those are for rigidity, whatever the word would be, to make this more rigid. And one of them is actually going to have a little bump out on the side, so you can have your top link in there. I don't have the top link attached, so that won't be a problem for me. But okay, since there's no instructions, I'm kind of piecing things together as I go and checking back in. So I went ahead and installed these. There was a washer with this, but the washer, these weren't, the bolts weren't long enough, so I took the washer out and have the lock nut on there. So this will be fine. I'm not worried about that. Now here, this other panel is going to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in first, these bolts, which are provided in the kit, before I put this one in, because there's obviously, if this is in there, you're not going to be able to get that thing bolted down. So anyway, I put this piece on, the cutout for the top links right here. This piece is going on now. After I tighten these bolts, I'll put all four in, and then we'll check back in. All right, so this is what the bracket looks like finished. All these bolts are in there secure. Impact wouldn't fit back there, but there's only one bolt here, one bolt here. Why? Because this one kind of wanted to go in sideways, and I lost 2 of them down here in the grass somewhere. So I'll find them at some point, or I'll order some more. But this is so rigid that I have zero concerns about an operator weight collapsing this thing. So this is all secure, 4 bolts in there, real snug. So now it's just time to put the seat on. And I'm going to put the seat in the way back position. And I have all my hardware here from the original seat. Everything else was provided. So everything you see that's red is part of this kit. Anything that's black is original. Just want to rehash that. Yeah, here in Tennessee, I'm still sweating like a madman. It's not super hot today. Ugh, it's just the humidity that's a killer today. Well, there it is. Look at all that extra space. I mean, it was like 4 inches before. Remember, it was my hand. And now it's like way more space. That bracket is awesome. So, a couple issues. These back bolts could not get bolted in because they're bumping into this bolt coming in sideways, and there's also one of these welded on bolts in there. So we may just need to get like a really short bolt. I'll talk with Jake about that and kind of see what the fix is for that, unless it's a Joe mistake. And you know, again, this is a first of, I don't know if this is one of one or one of only a few, but brilliant design, very, very cool. There's some hardware things need to get worked out, but that's easy. That's the easy part, right? But the seat is now so much more accessible. Look at that. Look how much farther back that is. Just crazy. And I even wonder if there's a way, if Jake's listening, Jake, maybe these 4 bolts or something like that, if they're not being used, maybe there's a little toolbox or something that goes here. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, you want to get your feet in here and stuff, but like something that could be, just a little toolbox would be good. I don't know. I mean, you have that bracket. I mean, why not make the most of it? That's awesome. All right, let's test it out. Oh, man. So you remember before, when I was sitting on this thing, it was all kind of like right here. Now, my feet are securely in here, and not awkwardly, like I'm not trying to fake it for camera. But let me get the camera closer so y'all can see. Yeah, I mean, if you could see the difference in space, like to operate this thing, I almost feel like now I'm reaching out. And I was like, maybe I should go to the middle one, but ergonomically, it's great. No, I mean, this is really nice. This is a big upgrade. And I'm 6'4", and I could probably even, you know, I think somebody even taller than me could get by with this. Well, y'all, that was just a fun video going over something that's going to be a new product, right? Give your feedback. Let us know what you think, because Jake's going to be selling these website. I told you I'd tell you what it's going to charge. From first glance, those websites like $165, which to give yourself that much more comfort for something that you're going to use a lot. Like, listen, if you bought the backhoe and you don't ever use it, don't buy it. But if you use the backhoe often and you're a taller guy or you want some more space, 100%, that is a great, great bracket. Got to work out some of the hardware. That's the easy part. Like everything else, I think is perfect. Like all the holes lined up, it fits perfectly with the OEM seat. And it actually lifts the seat a little bit, which is nice because it gives you a little bit more height. Really, really great setup. I mean, I don't know that I could say anything really bad about it other than just needing to adjust some of those bolts. So one little treasure I did find, I found the prior owner had a screwdriver wedged in the valve. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mail this to him and not tell him it's from me. So maybe he watches our videos and he'll realize that his friend Joe the farmer believes that every man should get his tools back. It's the right thing to do. I used to know a guy who would spray paint his tools. He was a mechanic. He'd spray paint his tools pink, so nobody would steal his pink tools. Got tired of losing them and buying them, so he was the guy with the pink tools. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it wasn't a little too erratic. Jake from ITC Quick Attach, thank you for trusting me with kind of, you know, looking over this product. The guy makes a lot of really great stuff. We had him on our Tuesday Night Live, so if you guys want to go back and listen to that, you can learn more about his company, or you know, visit his website. I'll put the link down below. We're not paid by Jake. We're just one of Jake's friends, and he wanted us to try this out on a 2515. So I think that it's a great opportunity to get some more comfort on your tractor, and he did give me a discount code, which I'll put in the link in the description also. So if you order one of these things, you can get a little bit of a discount. So appreciate you guys watching this video. I will catch you in the next one. Joe the Farmer. We out.